Perfect. We are good to go. So how are we all feeling today? Had a long day already, I can tell you, but we got quite some interesting news um today. So let's just wait a few seconds, let everyone drop in. Remember, you can just write to me if you do not want to talk to me. Oh, nice. I see Ruby in here too. How are you doing? How are you, man? I'm alive. Just getting loaded. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. I can tell you, we're also getting loaded behind the scenes, like a ton, a ton of work. Um, yeah, but quite some interesting news I can drop you because yesterday I think we talked about a little bit about the upcoming changes for the fund display, for the swap, um, the dashboard, the dApp, the website, and basically everything. Um, yeah, it's in development right now. And I've been already talking a lot with the dev about some nice upcoming things we could do, we could focus on, which we could get running pretty quickly, or let's say kind of quickly, once we're done with the whole overwork. And I guess the first thing we are looking into, so right after the overwork, which will be most likely done at the 7th of March. I guess everything should be done at the 7th of March because, as we said, we need everything to be ready for the 17th and 18th when we go to Switzerland and present the idea to, yeah, this very interesting people there. Um, so we will most likely, or we are looking for to get everything ready at the 7th of March. So of course we have some time to look for some bugs, errors, and all of that stuff so we can fix them in time. So everything should be done at the 7th. And then after the live event, because as we said already, the launchpad development is running on the side. This will take a lot of time. But of course we want to add some more utilities into BankersDream. And I've been talking with a blockchain dev quite some time now, and most likely we are looking into something including lending and farming. So kind of, yeah, let's say kind of the first step towards the functions of a, yeah, let's say kind of a bank. Yeah. So this will be most likely the first parts which will get implemented into our ecosystem because they are developed quite fast. They can be ready quite fast. So this whole farming and lending stuff. Just let me know one thing, everyone. Yeah, because yeah, let's say I am not quite a fan of staking a reward token. What do you guys, which are currently sitting in the AMA, what do you guys think about staking a reward token? Like honestly. Yeah, this is also something we could get set up pretty quickly. Ruby, not a fan of staking. Yeah, guess in the same direction as I am. I won't be staking. Okay, yeah, because basically the problem with staking and a reward token is because you need to give the tokens you own away to the staking contract. Yeah, and this would basically mean you would get the staking APY. So the APY, of course, depends on how big we would set it, but then of course you would not receive the BUSD rewards. And this is maybe not the way to go, I guess. Yeah, exactly. This is also what I was thinking. Good. So I guess overall, what I get from as a response from the community, it was the same answer as I was saying, that I do not like staking at all, and I'm no fan of it, of implementing it into our ecosystem. No. But I think like the majority of the people in here are not into staking a lot. Yeah, it makes sense at launch. I can tell you, if you're launching freshly, it makes sense. Yeah. But then again, to implement it in a later stage, not a fan. I can tell you, not a fan personally. But I guess you guys are also not a fan person yourselves. So I guess the answer I gave the dev was quite fitting. Now, especially after EarnHub. Yeah, yeah, that's the next thing. If there is a breach in the staking contract or a exploit, since basically even if you give the contract into development, a lot of things for the staking contract, of course, are getting forked. Yeah, because forks, if you're forking something which is working, it's totally fine because you are on the safe side. But then again, if there is a breach in a compiler version or something like this, as the EarnHub team is saying was in their contract, um, yeah, it would be quite bad. Uh, Not a fan of implementing it, but I guess we are all of the same opinion on from this side. But basically, into this whole lending farming part, we are looking into it because we could, or we are basically able to implement it. Of course, not right now, but shortly after launch. It could be the first step towards something, for example, like kind of like pancake swap. Yeah. Then again, we set or we do our own twists to this stuff. But basically, you could think of something like this. Yeah. Could be quite interesting. We have been talking like since yesterday and just thinking of some different ideas because we have been also checking out some ideas like your own wallet with an app for Android and for Apple. Yeah, this is a lot of money for development costs. And then again, not bringing a lot of utility, especially if you're thinking of the actual value it creates. Tough decision right now, but I guess this is what the AMAs are here for. Because I like the idea that someone did have the idea we could make our own wallet and we could basically implement a news feed in the wallet. Yeah, something like a little newspaper in there. There are a lot of different things you could add, but then of course we are always thinking of this whole value generation thing. If it helped to somehow provide liquidity for lending, I would be open. Yeah, checking our possibilities out for the whole lending part and the farming part, Chris, because these are quite interesting things. Um, but then, of course, we are not looking into just basically forking something. We are looking to do it in our way, basically in our way. As you will see for the fund display, for example, it will be a very, very nice display. So it is completely paid already, which is nice, yeah. Because of course we have to pay the development costs and everything for the whole overwork, for the fund display, for the dashboard overwork, for the voting system. So we finally have this voting system implemented, and for the swap. So for the swap, this is not a router swap. Again, saying it, this is not a router swap. It is basically your own fund swap display. So we can play around, we can put our graph in it, yeah, we can basically do anything with it, and anyone is able to just simply buy through our website. Just showing it out there in not a hard on staking if it's some. Yeah, we are also thinking of the actual value staking brings, but honestly, it is not bringing a ton of value, I can tell you. Because basically, why would someone stake if he is losing the BUSD rewards for it? Yeah, basically, this is number one. Number two is you need to be really, really sure about the staking contract itself, for the security breaches and all of that stuff. And then again, it is not creating that much value. But that is my approach. Yeah, there are some very, very nice staking contracts and stuff like this, no doubt about it. But I don't think it is quite fitting for our company. Yeah, there are a lot of different other things, as Nathan said, now a wallet I like. Yeah, just also keep in mind a wallet. So only the app for the wallet for Android and for how is it called, for iTunes or Apple. Only this is like roughly you can count, well, yeah, roughly 60K, and then the whole blockchain part is still missing. And then again, of course, there are not your own twists into it. Yeah, from that moment. And then again, there's the question if the wallet should be something for a later stage. Yeah, because we already saw a lot of this whole how about a banker's app or something like this. Yeah. Checking in different things. Checking in for our own bridge, so people can basically or possibly use our own bridge to swap cross-chain. So for example, from BNB into Ethereum and stuff like this. But then again, we're always thinking of the actual value created for the project itself. And then again, of course, we always want to put our own twists onto the things. So let's keep this AMA today kind of something I would call brainstorming. Yeah, so basically anyone here can say what he would like in the future, utility-wise. Yeah, what he thinks is a nice thing to add, utility-wise, and then we can discuss it together. This I would like, because as I said before, we are looking into different things. Like the swap we will be implementing is not a router swap, but of course we are also looking for our own router swap. So basically a decentralized exchange. But then again, we need to put our own twist to it. So yesterday we talked a little bit about the plans for the whole ecosystem. So basically, if we have a launchpad, we won't be only having like the next fork of Pink Sale or DX Sale. Yeah, we are looking to implement other things as well as, for example, the service for a tokenization of companies. So a lot of companies out there in the real world would like to be listed somewhere on the stock market or anywhere else, but they are basically too small. And the crypto side of things kind of brings the possibility that they could tokenize the company and then of course get traded as if it was a stock. Yeah. So this would be something we would love to implement into our launchpad. And then of course if you have the launchpad, there are other things as well because you want this whole ecosystem in-house. Yeah. the best way, or the way we like it over time. So this is always this long-term utility approach. So over time, we want to have the launchpad. Projects can get listed on there. They can possibly get a fund investment there for the early funding, which would go hand in hand there. They will get some exposure. They will get displayed if they get a fund investment in our fund display, which basically additionally creates some exposure for them, because in the new fund display we will be able to add short descriptions, we will be able to add a lot of different things, socials and all of that stuff. So it is quite interesting for the business themselves to get a early funding and then possibly also launch through our launchpad. And then again, of course, if you have your own router swap, you are able to provide this whole service in-house. So basically out of one hand, you could provide anything. And then again, of course, specializing on some different things, as for example DeFi, as for example tokenization of companies, stuff like this. Might be very interesting. And then of course we are checking in a lot of various different other things. I was getting some quotes for wallet, for our own wallet. I was getting a quote, or still waiting for the quote on our own bridge, and all of this different stuff. But then again, what do you guys think would be a nice addition? Yeah, maybe we are missing out something completely. So if anyone here has an idea, it doesn't matter if it isn't on the market already or is already on the market. We are always looking for possible ways for new things, and also we are looking for possible ways to change existing things. There are also no wrong ideas. Yeah, I can tell you. So if you have something you would say, I would love to have this. Yeah, this fits 100% into the BankersDream company, into the vision of BankersDream. You can always share it with me. Because staking, I would say, most of the people said, nah, they are not into staking. I'm personally also not into staking. But then, of course, we are not just deciding things, we are also, just asking for a little bit of feedback on the things. Lending idea. Yeah, lending fits into the company, I have to say. Yeah, it fits exactly in the company. For myself, I'm only interested in this company being valued as highly as possible for obvious reasons. Yeah, but I mean, I get this, but you have to think also of this part. You have to be very, very lucky, it's like seriously lucky to get valued very high. If you do not add value, so in terms of crypto businesses, in terms of utility into your business. Yeah, you need to be very, very lucky to get a very, very high value. Because always think of this from the investor side. Yeah, if there is no value except that the hype or the token itself, it is very hard to get serious and big investments constantly. What about a network bridge? Yeah, this is something I was personally already thinking about, Ruby, simply for the fact because the fund actually starts the cross-chain investments now at some point, once it is ready for everything. And of course, it would be way better if we could do all this cross-chain transactions and all of that stuff through our own bridge. But waiting for the bridge quote actually, because it shouldn't be too hard to set up a bridge, honestly. From the development side, it is not too hard. This is nothing special. Um, Good question there, Ruby. So it's always hard, yeah. Such things, a lot of things coming into such discussions. Nathan, something where my parents could go, oh yeah, this makes sense. I could do this. Yeah, definitely, definitely, yeah. Um, this is like the main goal, to provide something which the average person, like not the person which is already into crypto, but something the average person says, all right, this makes sense. Yeah. Um, I like the idea behind it. I like the passive income. I like the ecosystem. It is simple to explain, so nothing super complicated for them. And this is actually the thing we want to create, because with such an approach, if you're able to pull it off, it could be huge. Yeah, could be huge. But then again, some very important things are missing, which are not easy to just, yeah, you cannot just simply add them. But something like a direct buy with fiat money. So, for example, with your dollars, you could directly buy banks. Um, would be very important to implement this, like something like a fiat bridge or something like that. Yeah. You already have a loyal community. Yesterday's buys proved that we would all buy NFTs with a use case. Yeah, this is something we already have a quote for. But in this quote, like this team of developers gave us, so basically it is a quote for a NFT marketplace in which you could mint banks for fractional NFTs. So fractional means um, you can split them. Yeah, you can sell like only half of it, and you would basically sell half of your banks. Um, this NFTs would still receive BUSD rewards, but then again, there is this additional use case missing, yeah, for this NFTs, which makes them worth for the community or for people to actually mint them. But we have a quote, we have a team ready who are able to build a very nice marketplace. But then again, there is this very important step missing, yeah, if you are minting a NFT, because we have, so at this time, yeah, we have no like artist or something um which could make a very nice looking NFT or a collection of very nice looking NFTs. So of course we would need to add our own unique use case to them. So this team which we have been talking to, they are able to make a fractional NFT which would still receive BUSD rewards. But then there is this little step of an additional use case missing, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Which is quite tough to think of, I can tell you, because um, I've been thinking with a lot of different dev teams and people. We've been talking a lot about a way to add an additional use case there, because this is important. Yeah, it needs to be worth for the people to mint the NFT, to actually mint the NFT from their banks. They would still receive the rewards, yeah, and they are still able to sell everything just in a normal way on the NFT marketplace. Um, Best thing possibly about this is, of course, that the actual sell of the NFT is, of course, tax free. Um, so this could be a way to trade banks without a tax. But then again, what is the this additional use case to them. This is something we are still missing. Yeah, we have basically the things ready. Maybe we need to make people can buy banks by fiat. Yes, yes, but it's not that simple, Selkova, because you actually need the structure behind it to be able to provide banks for actual fiat money. Debit card where we can use our BUSD rewards. Is that possible? Yes, of course it is possible in the future. Um, but some important things are tied into such a partnership with, for example, Visa or MasterCard, yeah. Because otherwise, if you have a bad deal with them, um, you would pay a lot of fees, or basically not the company, but the people which are using the debit card, which is no good deal at all, because something like 10% fees. So if I put in $1,000 and basically I would pay $1,100, this is a bad deal. So personally, I would not ever use this debit card. So no, it would be not worth it. Yeah, you need to find this good deal for such a thing. But then, of course, Visa also or MasterCard, of course, they are asking for a lot of users. So a lot of people should use the card. So you need to build the actual community behind this first. Create your own version of Bankers Monopoly game and NFTs would be the pieces. I like the idea. Because, of course, as we all know, bringing a little bit of gaming into a crypto company is, or yeah, if the game is good, if the game is actually fun, and if you are able to earn some rewards through it, it is pretty nice. Could be very, very nice. Create your own version of Bankers Monopoly game. I mean, we need to take out the Monopoly part of this, no? But I get the idea. You have an artist. I will hit you up in Discord later, Ruby. I think we have still the chat in Discord, I guess, Ruby, from from before, and we can talk. I don't sleep. Nah, you are spray painting the Teslas out there. Just like a museum art, but held auction also. Rare NFT auction. So you mean something like an auction house? Because if you did add museum in there as well. So for a museum, in what way are you thinking of it? For like a museum? It's basically an eBay for NFTs, huh? Hmm. Oh, Scott, I've been busy, so missed all of the AMA so far. Was curious to get an explanation on the pink sell off that caused that dip. Did you already go over that? Not really, no, but as we all know, pink sale is keeping amount X of tokens, and at some point, of course, either, yeah, they hold them for quite some time normally, but then it might be that they sell. But honestly, I did not track any pink sale transactions or transactions at all in the recently. So is that the as I said, I didn't check any transactions. If you have a transactions, because I am not aware of any pink sale sell, honestly. People were talking about it earlier. Yeah, I was just confused. Mm, I haven't seen any transaction of a pink sell, I can tell you. Don't get too confused. Sometimes there are things in here which might cause some confusion, but then again, of course, ask. Because personally, I haven't seen a pink sell, I can tell you. I believe they were talking about someone getting in during the pre-sale. Oh, right. Yeah, good. Yeah, this might happen, of course. Yeah. So don't confuse pink sale itself, because as far as I know, I can't talk for other businesses or companies, but as far as I know, the pink sale tokens, uh, point one, since this hasn't been a very, very big pre-sale, not a huge amount of tokens allocated. But then again, haven't seen something bad from pink sale itself. Yeah. Still in contact with pink sale, I can tell you. So a pink sale wallet is empty now. Okay. Don't confuse the wallet pink sale with a contract wallet in which the team vestings have been lying on. Just saying. Because I think yesterday or 2 days ago I did pull the last team vesting, which is still sitting in the owner wallet because I had no time to send it to the team members. But if you're talking about this one, then it might be the team vestings. Yeah, as I said before, if there is something like a transaction or something I should check, you can always tell me. But so far, I haven't seen something additional being wrong. Yeah, if you mean the contract wallet, then it might be the team vesting. But I can check the pink sale wallet later. No problem about this. Have the pink sale wallet in ah yeah, I have it. I have it. I can find it pretty fast. Um, uh, Sorry, Zelkova, I was missing this. Ah, yes, so people will feel experience get an NFT, only exclusive NFT will show. Different experience, I mean, so that's a little typo, okay. Buying on marketplace is for average, but people buy on auction house is for yeah, I mean, it could be very interesting if you have an auction house which gets quite some attention out there, especially if it is structured in a nice way and people are actually only putting in rare NFTs. Um, then it can get quite interesting for the NFT community. Certain percentage of NFT mint could go to strictly donations. Can't extract NFT to provide some sort of banks rewards. People will still hold banks and receive BUSD. NFT could later be used for the game. Could be a good idea using a certain percentage for NFT for the NFT minting actually. Could be nice. We can make a ticket for joining the auction also. I mean, the thing is, if you're or if we are getting our hands on the people, I mean, I guess some of you are into NFTs, but if you we are able, if you have, let's this is just an idea that comes in my mind if I read this all of this chat. So if you have an auction house for NFTs, in which, for example, a rare NFT gets auctioned, then we can make a ticket for joining the auction also. I mean, if we combine these two ideas, the NFT marketplace where you can go, you can mint some banks for an actual bank's NFT. This bank's NFT is still receiving the BUSD rewards, which you paid for the minting. Yeah. So basically a holder would not have any negative thing attached to minting the NFT. What if you structure these two ideas together? So this bank NFT you're holding is the actual ticket for the auction house. So only people which are holding this or in possession of a bank's or banker's NFT, whatever it will be called, only these people can join the auction house. I mean, it could work. Yeah, it could work. If interesting NFTs are getting auctioned actually in the auction house. Yeah, this is always the thing, like this thing. But then again, of course, as we all know, auctions, so basically very expensive stuff is most likely not, yeah, just in a straight sale. A lot of very valuable stuff is getting auctioned for a reason, because sometimes you are getting a better price for this. I This might be an interesting idea. Because it is for whale flexing on Metaverse. Yeah, basically, no? um, but definitely could be a very interesting idea. Yeah, a very interesting one. Because you could combine the marketplace itself, which makes it possible for the people to actually mint one of our NFTs, which are also working as a ticket. Maybe you could, like, I'm not that deep into NFTs. Yeah, so if I'm telling something which just doesn't make sense at all, please let me know, because this whole NFT thing, I get the NFT thing, but sometimes it is. NFTs themselves don't make sense at all. Yeah, because I'm thinking, like, in other NFTs, there are like rarities, right? So there are common NFTs, there are rare NFTs or super rare NFTs. This is what I saw in some different NFT things. So maybe it would also be a nice idea for different rarities. So if you're minting a higher rarity, that you would get more utility out of it. I always thought NFTs were more novelty. There are actually NFTs which really provide a use case. Yeah, you could say a use case or something like this. But of course, there are a lot of NFTs which are basically art. Yeah, and this is the same way than this traditional art goes in the real world. If people are interested in the artist, if people are interested in the art itself, then it can go for a lot of money over the counter. Yeah. I don't see it being as big as people are thinking. Mm, mm. Hard to say. Because the way I look at NFTs is as actual art, yeah, and it is no difference. We have been talking about this already, but as you said, you've been missing the AMAs. Um, like if you take the Mona Lisa, there's only one original Mona Lisa out there, yeah. Of course, you can copy the Mona Lisa. There are copies. This look exactly the same as the Mona Lisa. I could buy one of the copies and I could just put it in my living room. But it is not the original Mona Lisa from this artist. Yeah, so it is of course not worth the money. Um, for NFTs, if so, the way I am looking at them as from this art perspective, I think it's always about the actual possession of the NFT. And then of course on the blockchain you can see who is in possession of the original NFT. And this is what makes the things very interesting. We are all aware you can just copy paste the picture and simply use it, but you can do this with basically most of the art out there. Um, but this is not how art works. It's mainly connected to the artist himself. So if the artist is doing well, his art, of course, is rising a lot in price. So it's more like an investment in the artist. Yeah. And you're not only buying the NFT. Most of the times you are buying the art behind it. People freaking out over getting meme. Is there an intention to use the theme of a bank as a... Yes, yes, yes. So you will see in this, I can drop this already in this whole restructuring process. You will see the website, the fund display and everything else getting overworked in a way. So we took a lot of inspiration from actual big banks, from investment companies. Yeah, we have been doing a lot of research. So with this restructuring, we're kind of setting up as this bank which tries to build, or not trying, which is actually building value on the metaverse not on the metaverse, value in the DeFi world or DeFi space of crypto for the holders. Yeah, this is the main intention behind banks. And now again, stepping a bit away of this meme-ish approach we had, you will see a lot of things changing, and you will see that it is getting overworked in a very bank stylish way. Yeah, especially with the fund display. It will be easy to look at, easy to get what is in the fund itself. You can check out every single position. You will have the live chart for it. But it is inspired a lot, of course, yeah, from our financial background, in a very serious way from a financial institution. Oi, I was missing the chat. But yes, Nathan, I can definitely make sense of that. That's why we are restructuring at the moment, just to give the brand, the actual brand, or to set up the brand more in like exactly the direction you have been talking about. Bup, 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 bup. And get in, like I was saying earlier, definitely could make NFTs where there are say certain group of them. You need to receive rewards. You need like 3 of group A or all 3 of group B to receive any rewards, and just limit the amount of NFTs to 5,000 or less. Could be very interesting. Could be interesting. I like the idea. Guess we have to talk later, Ruby, if you have an actual NFT artist. Let's see his previous work and everything. The meme start for this token was a good move, got us here. Time to be to be exactly, yeah. So this meme start, of course, was um intended. Yeah, this was an intentional meme low cap start because it gets more attention. Especially if you think of the pre-sale launch site, yeah, we have been getting a lot of attention because we have been a very, very low cap pre-sale on Pink Sale. And of course, these things get a lot of attention from, yeah. But as we said before, it is the time to set up in a very professional way, to enable us to grow a lot more in the future, like seriously a lot more in the future, especially with things like the live event um, being in the pipeline. We need to change the look, the branding, or not the branding in general, because the branding, mm, yeah, stays the same way in general. We are just stepping away from this very memeish approach. Yep, I always deliver. Yeah, I know that. I, I know that, Ruby. But you see, this was very, very valuable for us already because, as I said before, we have the quote for an NFT marketplace. But then again, of course, you need to add this value into the things, and yep, basically this is what we say, the ideas of the community themselves are most of the times the best ideas because you guys know what gets people interested. Yeah, because you are the people which which need to be satisfied with the company, with the product in the end. So very nice. Is the new look and website all gonna drop at the same time? And it's most likely all gonna drop at the same time. But of course, because basically we need the website ready to have the subdomain running for um, the whole new D app. Um, yeah, basically it will most likely drop at the same time. It is all with the same time goal. So ready at the 7th of March or before the 7th of March. So we have some time to check for errors, for bugs, and all of that stuff. Um, and then, of course, so I guess the website will launch with the new dApp and everything implemented in the new dApp. Yeah, at once. This would be the easiest way of doing this. Let's go. Maybe we can't make all idea happen, but every idea is a Exactly, exactly. Yeah. Most likely we cannot make every single idea happen. Yeah. Maybe over time in the future. Yeah. But right now, of course, we need to be focused at the things which are creating the value for for us as holders and also for other businesses and especially new investors. Yeah, we need to create the value. Very important here. Some other thing. In a few hours, we will have the first interview with our first YouTuber. So the way he works is we are getting in the interview. He is asking, yeah, let's see, maybe difficult questions or some other things. And this will be, yeah, basically used as a video for his community. And additionally, we will get like how do you call it? Telegram posts, I think it was, and all of that stuff out additionally. So gonna be very interesting. In a few hours, like 2.5 hours, we will have this interview. Really looking forward. Was so as we said before with the whole vetting part, Stavros is doing. Takes a lot of time, but it is definitely worth it. Dale, how are you? Nice to see you in here, man. This interview, no, 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 because he's recording the interview, of course, and um, making this interview basically for his YouTube video. So no, not in our chat. The latest work on Reddit pays already off a bit, I think. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Do not underestimate this Reddit marketing. You will post link or pin. Yes, of course, once the video is up. But I think this this interview is made in a like recording room, which will then provide the YouTuber himself with high quality and everything. Not going to reveal which YouTuber. I have to talk with Moneybin if we can reveal the YouTuber. I'm not entirely sure.
It's a surprise.
Hey, how are you, man? Yeah, I was just checking if you're in
Hey.
here.
Yeah, I just came on here a few minutes ago. I was trying to catch up on some much needed sleep.
So,
Yeah,
are we able to share the name of the influencer or of the YouTuber before the
I
video,
think I
or?
think I think for a change, what we're gonna do is when it drops, we'll pin it up and everybody can go and have a look at it, so we can have some nice hype. You
All
know,
right, all right. Yeah,
I think that
because I'm aware some YouTubers don't like it if you are dropping anything before.
exactly. You know, the thing is on their side for their community, they want to build it up as well. You know, and as it launches, it's going to create hype. But at the same time, we get access to it probably a little bit before. We'll obviously review it, and then you know, this or more or less the same time, and then we can post it in here, and the guys can go and check it out and watch and do comments and stuff. But just to give you guys an indication, this YouTuber's got 31,500 followers, very active engagement. Um, does about 600 new followers, subscribers, 600 new subscribers a month they gain. And for what we're getting is probably 1,000 to 2,000 views a day. That's how many people are going to be watching the YouTube video a day. And in that, we're getting a tweet also to 1,100 Twitter followers of this. And they're going to post it to a Discord group of 19,000 people that they have. Plus, their Telegram group has got 3,000 members in it. And so I think that's what we're getting. I think that's about it. So it's pretty big exposure all around. It's basically a package. We negotiated a package.
Yeah, this package is very nice. So let's see, because very nice engagement rate he has on this YouTube channel. And then again, I have to say this is a very nice approach in which he is working. So he himself did also some vetting. He is making it in a interview way. So he is most likely asking some tough questions. I hope for tough questions. And yeah, just looking forward. Stavros is
Yeah, he's
Moneybin's new name. Yes, basically Stavros is Moneybin.
that's it. That's it. That's that's my alter ego. Yeah, so this guy, the way this YouTuber works is that he's built up a very loyal subscriber base, and also he's very, although he's we're using him for the promotion, he still asks the tough questions because he's got a reputation to uphold. And if he doesn't ask the tough questions and it turns out to be a crappy project, obviously people will lose faith in him. So he's got to protect that reputation by asking the tough questions, and to make sure that there's the projects that he pre-vets, let's call it, because we obviously had to get vetted, and he checked out our website and checked out whatever the chart and all that type of stuff prior to even touching this project, before doing any video, etc. So we did go through a bit of a process with him, and same time, I vetted him at the same time. So yeah, it was a good thing. And I know I'll also busy networking at the moment with a couple of other people that have had, um, video calls or AMAs with him, AMAs with him, and they're pretty happy with the results. I'm not, obviously in crypto you can't forecast anything, but some of the projects have done like a 500x, within the week of the video dropping. Some have done a 300x, some have done a 790x. I'm not saying it'll happen, obviously, because this is crypto, but there's been very good results out of it. And I've even spoken to a very small project that did a project to them, and they had very good responses and like actual buying customers afterwards. Because that's what we want, you know. YouTube is not for, it's for exposure, but primarily we want new holders. That's what we want, and new Telegram holders as well, members. I mean,
Exactly. There's a question, is there a date in mind for the video release? Do you have a date from him already?
normally, you know, he takes about 2 to 3 days from the time the AMA is. So in other words, the recording will be tonight. He needs like 2 or 3 days to mix it, master it, you know, that type of stuff. And then he will basically send it through and then drop it at the same time.
All
So
right.
all the description, everything's in, the text is in, the links are in. I've tested all the links back to our Discord, our Telegram, our websites, you name it. Everything's been tested. It's purely now, you know, doing the AMA, getting that done, the recording done, the editing, and then it'll be sent out. And then once it goes live, you know, we can all go and watch it and put some decent comments on there, you know, and help hype up the video. So it looks like it's going to be a good one. You know, obviously with influencers, it's very tricky, but we've done a lot of vetting in the background, and this guy seems to be very well known in the space, crypto space, and seems to be very reliable and well respected. Let's put it that way, in terms of his non-biased opinion when it comes to the cryptos, even though they use them as, you know, like a paid person, because we don't want somebody to just go, you know, like BitBoy or something and say, go buy this thing, it's amazing. We don't want that. We want people to say, well, I've looked at it and the pros and cons are like this, but I still recommend it. You know, I recommend it because of these reasons. That's what we want.
Exactly. Exactly. Um, all right. Can we take guesses? You can just go and take guesses, I think, in the chat. Um, do we have some final questions? Because AJ, I can't let AJ waiting again today. Um, something important we need to talk about with him. Um, is there something like a last final questions? Something missing for today's AMA?
I have one question. Is everybody excited about the days going forward?
I sure hope so. Were you
Yeah,
able
I
to
said to you.
were you able to quit your job? No, Ruby, not yet, not yet. As we said before, it will be most likely at a stable 10 mil plus market cap with stable volume. But let's see. Um, shouldn't take too long. uh, what? Do these pants make me look fat? What?
He says the last question, do these pants make me look fat? Scott, yes.
Well, I'm so excited. I wanna go into. No, you would miss all of the like updates dropping in and all of the changes being made. This would suck. But well, I have gained a couple
What?
pounds. I guess we all gained some pounds, Scott, especially in the last 2 Corona years, I guess. Like all of us, most likely gained a couple of pounds.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
All right. Then I would end today's AMA. Need to really look at the time today. Um, thank you all for participating. Thank you all, especially for the suggestions, for everything you made. And yeah, let's keep this running. Let's keep this running. And then thank you again, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for dropping the info again for the YouTuber. Getting excited already for
100,
the like 2 hours or what it is, 2 or 3 hours.
100%. 100%. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, everybody. It's going to be interesting. So let's see what happens. You know? It's
Exactly.
yeah.
All
Okay.
right. Bye bye, everyone.
Thanks, guys. See you later.